Regarding the case when the occupiers wanted to escape and killed the commander because of this, Petr Andryushchenko explained, "Some eventually decided to resist, and this is very good, because the pigeon post works. Some were shot, which means the next ones will be found. I think that thanks to this method, we will miss them somewhere, and they kill officers, lower level managers, and this is also very good because they still need to look for replacements in Russia, so it's a wonderful trend. It will grow. There are a lot of people who want to escape. Why? Who are these people? These people were supposed to go to prison for some crime. They decided to get money. They have already received the first payment and were brought to the front. And they see that it is not what they were promised, and sometimes so much. Not that they do not want to take part in it for any amount of money, and they just have to run away. But then the platoon commander says that you will not run away anywhere. Why won't you run away? It turns out that you can run away, you just need to point your weapon in the right direction, as Prigozhin did in his time. So let's hope that this is only the beginning. The head of the Center for the Study of Occupations spoke about what is happening in the Russian army. There is a trend of armed escapes. We have been tracking the occupation for many years, so I will say this. If there is a first case, then this is the beginning of a trend, because this case was widely covered even in Russian publics. This means that there will be a second and a third, and then it will go totally everywhere, and this is probably the only way of rebellion that can happen in Russia and the army, because they have nothing to lose there. Petr Andryushchenko reassured the Ukrainians. Let us recall that Andryushchenko shared the details of Russia's final offensive, giving hope for what will happen next. The occupiers are transferring armored vehicles and a lot of manpower to the Zaporizhia direction, accumulating reserves there, said Petr Andryushchenko. The Russians are also transferring reserves to the Donetsk direction in order to try to capture Donbass completely. At the same time, the head of the Center for the Study of the Occupation noted that, in his opinion, the upcoming offensive will be the last one for the Russian army, and then the situation on the front will change in our favor, but on the condition that weapon supplies from our allies continues. They will not open any new sections of the front. They will try to advance to Toretsk, Pokrovsk, and the Kramatorsk agglomeration little by little to Chasov Yar to advance there. But it seems to me that these tasks will be impossible for them. Therefore, perhaps there will be some other operations. We are talking about the Sumy region. Why? Because it is not for nothing that they are hitting Sumy, and it is not for nothing that they are concentrating there. But I hope that we will see this and our defense forces will respond accordingly, he informed the Ukrainians.
A 6.3 magnitude earthquake struck central Colombia early Sunday, authorities said. No casualties were immediately reported. According to Associated Press, the quake hit 17 kilometers northeast of Paradebano, a city about 116 miles southeast of the capital, Bogotá. The U.S. Geological Service reported the quake hit at 8:08 a.m. at a depth of 10 kilometers. The Colombian Geological Service reported additional tremors with magnitudes ranging from 4 to 4.6 occurred in the same area minutes later. The National Unit for Disaster Risk Management said on X that it was assessing the situation in several municipalities. Images posted on social media showed people in Bogotá who felt the tremor. Some left their workplaces to seek safety. Footage from rural areas indicated there was no damage. Colombia lies in the Pacific Ring of Fire, a region known for frequent seismic and volcanic activity.
Los departamentos que han sido afectados por este evento son Cundinamarca, Meta y Caldas. El reporte preliminar número 2 nos da, pues, en Cundinamarca, en Paratebueno, una afectación en la vía nacional. Este fue el epicentro y es el lugar donde se presentan en este momento mayores reportes de afectaciones. En la inspección Santa Cecilia, vereda La Europa, así como en Medina hay afectación en la iglesia principal, caída de muros, y al momento en ese municipio se reportan 2 personas heridas. Se han generado afectaciones en muros y en fachadas de las iglesias, viviendas y posiblemente afectaciones en puentes. En Fomeque se registra, está por verificarse una afectación en un centro de salud.
Ukraine has paused a planned swap of bodies of soldiers killed in action, as agreed during peace talks with Russia in Istanbul this week, the Russian Defense Ministry claimed on Saturday. According to Alexander Zorin, first deputy head of the Information Directorate of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, refrigerated trucks carrying over 1,200 bodies of Ukrainian troops from Russia had already reached the exchange site at the border. He claimed Ukrainian officials did not confirm the exchange and postponed it indefinitely. According to Associated Press on Monday, at a meeting in Istanbul that made little progress towards ending the war, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators agreed to swap 6,000 bodies of soldiers killed in action and to set up a commission to exchange seriously wounded troops. Ukraine's coordination headquarters for prisoners of war, the main authority dealing with the swaps, said in a statement that Russia's statements do not correspond to reality and previous agreements, neither regarding the exchange of prisoners nor regarding the repatriation of bodies. Ukraine has submitted lists to conduct the exchange based on an agreement made in the last round of direct talks in Istanbul, the statement said. The list was based on categories agreed upon during the talks, including the seriously wounded and seriously ill, as well as young POWs. But the Russian side submitted lists that do not correspond to that agreed approach, the statement said. An agreement was also reached about repatriating dead bodies, but the date was not set, the statement said.